Shakespeare, the Sonnets. Sonnet number 86. Was it the proud full sail of his great verse, bound for the prize of all too precious you, that dipped my ripe thoughts in my brain and hers, making their tune the womb wherein they grew? Was it his spirit, by spirits taught to write, above a mortal pitch, that struck me dead? No, neither he, nor his composers by night, giving him aid, my verse astonished. He nor that affable familiar ghost, which nightly gulls him with intelligence, as victors of my silence cannot boast. I was not sick of any fear from sense, but when your countenance filled up his line, then lacked thy matter, that enfeebled mine. Firstly, sonnet number 86, again, is sort of a continuation of sonnet number 85, which is a continuation of sonnet number 84, and that's also a continuation of sonnet number 83. All those sonnets themselves basically have the same message. I write these sonnets because of you, the young youth, and since I wrote them about you, I seem to think that I can't write a sonnet worthy of you. Always there's this one thing that's not worthy of you too much. But let's analyze this line by line before we even get into that. Was it the proudful sail of his great verse? Was it the proudful sail? Like, if sonnets were like boats, or poems, arguably, were on boats, then was it the proudful sail of my rival poet's great verse, my rival poet's great words, bound for a prize of all too precious you, which is honestly going to get you something worthy of you too, that you would like? Is it my rival that's actually done that? That did my ripe thoughts in my brain and hers, making the tomb the womb wherein they grew? Or is it my ripe thoughts, my too unique thinking of the brain going ahead and enhersing, making the tomb the womb wherein they grew, making the tomb your womb, making a tomb for your reincarnation? Is that just a little bit too weird for you? Was it his spirit, by spirits taught to write? Or was it my rival poet's spirits, his writing, his hidden message, which someone unhuman has actually taught him how to write it like that, above a mortal pitch that struck me dead? No, neither he nor his compeers by night. Okay, here it just basically says, no, neither he compeers by night. Neither him or his knight, neither his companions go ahead and wrote things for him, giving him aid, my verse astonished. Maybe it's just that he has a whole team backed up with him, and I am just this sole little person who's destined to be, well, a great sonnet writer. He, nor that affable familiar ghost, he, nor that assisting spirit, nor those people who go ahead and actually help him, which nightly gulls him with intelligence, which goes ahead and deceives him with rumors, as victors of my silence cannot boast. As my victory I really cannot boast about. I was not sick of any fear from thence. I'm not sick of any fear from thence, honestly. But when your countenance filled up his line, but when your beauty was the subject of the verse. Okay, here, countenance filled up his line. This is arguably, beauty was the subject of his verse, or approval polished his verse. Those are the two arguably ones. Then lacked I matter, that enfeebled mine. That's when I lacked the matter, that enfeebled mine. I lacked the sonnet. I lacked the little spirit inside the sonnet. And with that, I write something that's not worth of you. But is it really? I myself am not so sure. But right now, that's sonnet number 86. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I hope to see you guys soon. And so until then, ciao, peace, bye-bye. Was it the proud full sail of his great verse, bound for the prize of all too precious you, that dipped my ripe thoughts in my brain and hers, making their tomb the womb wherein they grew? Was it his spirit, by spirits taught to write, above a mortal pitch that struck me dead? No, neither he nor his compeers by night, giving him aid, my verse astonished. He nor that affable familiar ghost, which nightly gulls him with intelligence. As victors of my silence cannot boast, I was not sick of any fear from thence. But when your countenance filled up his line, then lacked I matter, that enfeebled mine.